This is your market recap for September 22nd, 2025. As you can see today, we played bullish. We had a large sell side move overnight, which caused pre-market and market open just to kind of carry a little higher. So if we look down on the hourly time frame, we can see that market opened this week right here, right? We came all the way down here during London session, and then from there we reversed, starting this move upwards in pre-market, and then obviously market open, ripped all the way up above all-time highs here, and kind of just continued from there. 15-minute fair value gap. What do we have here? So you can see here that retrace that we were talking about. Market open there, retrace down here. We had this SMT of these lows, which helped us have that bullish bias as well. We also have this 15-minute fair value gap here. We extend it all the way through. Look how nicely price is just respecting that. So again, 15-minute fair value gap, SMT, playing bullish, react here, bullish off of this SMT there. Pre-market continue to play bullish, market open. Look at the lack of a sell side wick right there. Maybe a couple ticks, if not, maybe less than a handle too. Then we expanded above this high, hit it, continued up, took out all-time highs, retraced a little bit for the macro, and then we continue to expand. London close gave us this lunch, tiny little retrace here. Of course, all staying within this 15-minute fair value gap there. And then from there, we expanded up again during lunch, which tells us that we are most likely going to do the same 4 p.m. session. Again, this macro you'll see on the lower time frame gives us a little bit of expansion all the way up here before we peter out. Now, if you're looking at trying to find where will the market stop going up, given that we're at all-time highs, do your fib retrace, boom. I mean, that is perfect. I mean, I was kind of just eyeballing it. What's this high? That is, it's one tick shy of perfection. The high of this candle is at 27.25, and exactly one of these, this bearish retrace distributed upwards, one is right there. I mean, that's pretty satisfying there. 5-minute time frame. Again, bearish move, consolidation here, SMT of these lows. So ES came down, took out these lows. This one, I don't think it took out this one. Created that SMT. So while we have relative equal lows here, that is not the case on ES. So this is likely to push up. We see here, retrace, that was that 15-minute fair value gap right there. Again, upwards, and the market opened, rallied, small retrace here to this 5-minute fair value gap before pumping up to this all-time highs, barely taking that one, falling down, retracing perfectly to this 5-minute fair value gap right there. As you can see, it taps right into it. Another expansion upwards, London close for this macro, and this macro was within, well, was this, right? On the 1 minute, you'll be able to see it better, but it's like 2 minutes outside is this. We have an SMT there. But then we expanded upwards. London close caused us to retrace a little more. Just taking out these lows here that were made right before lunch. And then we expanded up once again with this macro's help. We then kind of started to go horizontal and then retraced here during the macro once again to help us push up one last time before kind of just going horizontal for the day. 1 minute time frame, we can see better these SMTs. Again, I'm not going to go over the stuff over here. Retrace, SMT, whatever. So market opened and made maybe one handle of sell side. Let's see, open at 8:15.25 and the low is at 8:14.25. So exactly one handle of sell side action. I personally would have liked to at least have seen this low taken for me to play bullish today. I mean, my bias was bullish, but I feel like this run from this SMT up to here is a little much for us to not retrace, which is one reason I didn't get into. Second reason is there is no sell side SMT. This retrace here was nice. Hit this 5-minute, expanded upwards, taking out these highs, took out all-time highs, and started to retrace. Right, I like this, but the reason I did not take it is because I did not like this price action. The amount of wicks, the size of the wicks, just how lethargic price action was being, I wasn't really too confident in taking that. But then we came down, had this 5-minute fair value up here, SMT. This would have been a nice trade, taking it up once again. Again, macro here, SMT of highs, London close, could play this retrace below simply these lows here, because those are really the only accessible and reasonable lows for how just bullish straight out the gate we are. We're not going to retrace anywhere lower, not even here. So we hit that, and then we get this macro during lunch. Come down for lunch, take out these lows, consolidate for a little bit, SMT of these lows. This is not something I would take, but something to study. Macro SMT at this point plays bullish, especially after such a shallow retrace. Then come up, kind of even out a little bit, start to list a slightly higher when then ES gives us this SMT by taking out this low again during the macro. I don't know if these two are SMTs as well or just this one. I'm really not sure about that. But from there, you could take a small short up. At this point, we're kind of at the high of the day. We've already expanded a good amount, so I personally would not play bullish, or I just trade it all there. So yeah, big expansive day, but unfortunately, given our model and just what I'm comfortable taking, I wanted to see some sort of sell side price action before I got in. So we just didn't get that, and I'm totally okay sitting days like this out. Now, going into the future is a big move. We have news Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I could see a retrace, but I wouldn't want it to go any lower than this for value gap. Do I think it's going to come all the way down there? No. I think we're most likely going to be here. Reason for not going below this is because this is market open. Unless, big unless, we are switching to bearish. I'm not calling a high whatsoever because ES also made highs and there's no reason for us to be playing short. So of course, at all-time highs, with no reason to playing short, we're going to continue to play bullish. But if by some chance between now and then we get this huge time frame SMT of highs, this is definitely a target. But as of now, considering I don't believe we have a higher time frame SMT, we're just going to be targeting this simple retrace. It's here, possibly here if it's deep. That's perfectly equilibrium. So could see it going to either. So, but of course, like usual, we have to wait between now and market open to see what it gives before we make any concrete decisions. So this has been your market recap for September 22nd, 2025.